Hello everybody, hello again. I thought for this second video I'll just video the cow that's just outside my room in Siem Reap. It gives you something to look at whilst I'm talking for a few minutes. The purpose of this video is just to answer a very simple question that some people who know me might be asking. And that's, why do I no longer live in Myanmar, in Burma? Because that's where I've really been for about the last 15 years. Just to sort of give some background information, I've been a teacher at different schools in Myanmar for about 15 years, off and on, not staying there all the time. But for example, my last school that I was teaching at last year was in Mandalay. And I was teaching science at a school in Mandalay just up till when we had the very bad earthquake there. And after that, luckily I wasn't in Mandalay at the time. I was in Chiang Mai, and so I avoided the problems there. But since then, I haven't actually been living in Myanmar. And the answer is very, very simple. It's all to do with visas. When you live in a country, or when you want to live in a country, you've got to have the correct visa to live there. Myanmar is really only offers a few visa types. It's very limited, very restricted. And basically, if you want to live there all the time, if you're not married to a Myanmar partner, and I'm not, the only option really is to be working, to be actually employed by a school or some other employer, because then you get a business visa. They sponsor a business visa, and you can stay there all the time for 1 year and perhaps have your visa renewed every 6 months, and that's absolutely fine. If you're not employed, you can't get a visa, a long-term visa, and you can only enter the country on tourist visas, which are 28-day visas. And that's my problem at the moment. I'm not actually employed by a school anymore, and so without employment there, I can't live there. I'm not allowed to live there. The only thing I can do for my educational charity is actually visit the country on tourist visa for 28 days, no longer than 28 days, and then return to wherever I'm going to be living outside the country. And that explains why at the moment I'm actually living in Siem Reap in Cambodia, because I've got to live somewhere outside Myanmar. Recently I've been living in the UK for a couple of months to try to see whether I should return to the UK, but that was let's say that was a big mistake. After so many years living in Asia, 25 years living in Asia, that was a big culture shock for me, and I really didn't like it at all. And of course, don't get me started on the costs of food and rent. It was just ridiculous. And so I returned to Asia. Anyway, let's leave this cow happily eating the grass, and I'll go back to my relaxing and listening to some music and getting another video ready for you. See you soon. Bye.